What's going on, everyone? So, obviously, the Los Angeles Lakers ideally could use a trade or two. Obviously, the Los Angeles Lakers are already dealing with injuries with Jared Vanderbilt, Christian Wood. Obviously, the Lakers got a first-year head coach, and there's a lot of questions. But I also feel like the Lakers are really just kind of being undervalued, underrated, right? Now, like, people aren't saying that they're the worst team in the league, but they're not saying that a lot of people have them as like the 11th, 12th seed, right? And I mean, I'm talking like, media heads and stuff. And it's so silly to me, right? Like, now look, could that happen? Sure. But you look at last season, this time last year, there was genuine talks are the Lakers and the Celtics two best teams in the NBA, right? When Christian Wood signed, are the Lakers, like, is he the piece that puts them on? I mean, I'm talking about guys that can't stand the Lakers, Laker haters. We're talking about how good the Lakers are. And then even with all the obstacles and just question marks throughout the course of the regular season, you still, when you got to the play-in and playoff time, it was like, as long as the Lakers don't play Denver, they're probably in the NBA Finals. The Lakers won 47 games, even with Darvin Ham trying to sabotage the season after the in-season tournament. And the Lakers still won 47 games. Right? So how do you go from all of that to, like, Lakers are the worst team in the Western Conference? Like, it's silly. A lot of people talk about how all these other teams got better. Well, the Lakers got better too. Right? Like, you can't say Darvin Ham is a big reason why the Lakers weren't as good as they should have been, and then say JJ Redick won't have an impact if he's good, right? So if Darvin Ham can impact wins and losses because he's bad, wouldn't JJ Redick, if he's good, impact wins and losses? Of course, right? Like, but even without JJ Redick, the coaching staff, period, is just better. I've said this before. Take J.J. Redick off of the coaching staff and just look at, Nate McMillan, Scott Brooks, Lindsey Harding, and the rest, right? And then just look at Darvin Ham with his coaching staff. The Lakers coaching staff now is far better than what the coaching staff was with Darvin Ham and his staff. And so you have better coaching, hopefully better health, right? Just in general, you have other guys that are supposed to kind of pick it up. Gabe Vincent, can he kind of get back into form? Can Austin Reeves be more consistent, be more efficient, right? What does, Max Christie look like this year? Can he kind of take some strides? Dalton Knecht, can he come in? Can he take some strides, right? Christian Wood, we might finally get to see guys being slotted in proper positions, actually running sets and play call. Like, there's a lot of things that you can look at and argue that the Lakers will be better this season, right? And you look at, Clippers got worse. The Nuggets got worse. Are they both still probably going to be good? Yeah, sure, right? Especially Denver. I still think Denver's going to be good, but I do think that you look at those two teams, like, they got worse. People look at Klay Thompson on Dallas. Even Mark Cuban himself was like, we're hopeful, we're hoping. Like, even Dallas isn't fully believing in that acquisition and his fit, right? I mean, again, go watch the Mark Cuban interview where he talks about, we're hoping that Klay Thompson will be able to adjust to our, like, they're not even going to try to change the offense to maximize Klay Thompson, right? DeMar DeRozan was the last thing Sacramento needed. DeMar DeRozan, they didn't need another isolation, non-shooting, non-floor running player, right? Like, who's best with the ball in his hands. Like, Sacramento is like one of the top teams every year in pace. They're one of the highest volume three-point shooting teams in the league. And they have two, fourth quarter isolation guys. They needed 3-and-D wings. They didn't need another Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox, right? Like, how's that even going to work? They'd be terrible defensively. The New Orleans Pelicans might end up falling apart, right? I mean, yeah, you got to transform Zion. DeJounte Murray, we'll see what he does with the Pelicans. But, like, Brandon Ingram is like doing everything he can to, like, sabotage that team. That team could be an absolute mess. Again, you kind of go down the list and, like, nobody got that much better. That it's not Kevin Durant with the Warriors. The Lakers will be fine. But we need health, right? That's a big factor. Obviously, JJ Redick and the coaching staff. But we need the best version of Jared Vanderbilt possible, right? We need the best version of Christian Wood possible. We need these two guys to be able to be reliable and on the basketball court, right? Like, Jared Vanderbilt, he's expected to miss training camp. He's expected to miss preseason, right? But we need him sooner rather than later come the regular season. Same thing with Christian Wood. We need Christian Wood to be healthy. We need the best version of Christian Wood possible, right? Take your time getting back, right? Get it going, getting surgery and doing all, okay, that's fine. Take your time, get back, get right, get everything that you need to get done. But when you get back, we need the best version of Christian Wood. We need to see Christian Wood be the player that we know he's capable of being. We need Christian Wood to be that versatile, forward center that can defend multiple positions and defend out on the perimeter and defend in the pick and roll and, be versatile on the offensive side and be a real piece for us, right? The better that, our health is, the better that these players are, the better that this roster is going to be. And I get, you could argue that for anybody. Yeah, but the Lakers were they were like second or third in the league. They might have even been number one, but they were like second, third in the league in injuries. So again, it's just that's a big point of emphasis, right? If guys can stay healthy, Lakers are going to be very good, right? Boston, they were able to win. You look at all these teams, they were able to win, but they were also healthy. They can stay healthy. Lakers are going to be good. Health is a big factor for everybody, but it's a point of emphasis. But also beyond that, right? We need our key guys really to pick it up, right? Austin Reaves, there's been a lot of talk about Austin Reaves. Oh man, he's going to be unlocked. He's going to be this. He's going to be that. But okay, that's great. I like to see it. I just want him to be more consistent, right? The problem with Austin Reaves last year was his lack of shooting and his lack of consistency. He'd have a 5-game stretch where he looked like old Austin Reaves. And then he'd have a 5-game stretch where he was unplayable. I mean, teams were targeting him on defense every possession. It was a mess. He couldn't find consistency. And we need Austin Reaves to be more consistent. We need the best version of Austin Reaves possible. Same thing with D'Angelo Russell. Right? We need the best version of D'Angelo Russell possible. Supposedly LeBron James is supposed to play off ball more. I mean, we've heard that year after year after year, and it never seems to happen. But I am curious to see if JJ Redick is one of the people that can finally make that happen and actually allow D'Angelo Russell to play point guard. Right? Lakers were at their best when D'Lo was playing the point. I mean, D'Lo's point guard numbers with the Lakers was excellent. He's incredibly efficient. The pick and roll with him and Anthony Davis is the best play in all of basketball, right? His shooting ability, his ability to play on ball, off ball, all that. Our backcourt is going to be very important. Talking about our third and fourth best player. These two guys on any given night, third and fourth best player. But we need their consistency. We need them to get off to a better start than last season. You got to remember, last season the Lakers, D'Lo and Reaves were awful to start the season. Austin Reaves was shooting 28% from three and 35% from the field or something like that. And then D'Lo was shooting 31% from three. They were just awful, awful. So we need a better start from these two. Obviously we need production from everybody, but D'Lo and Austin Reaves, again, you're talking about your second and third best players. Your third and fourth best players. I don't know why I keep saying second and third. Obviously, LeBron and Anthony Davis are your second and third. But Reaves and D'Lo are your third and fourth best players. Right? What can the new guys do? I know Max Christie, he's not new, but he is. We don't really know what we're going to get from him. Right? It was just such a small sample size. We know he shoots 40% on catch and shoot threes. We know that he can defend. He might arguably be our second best on-ball defender behind Jared Vanderbilt, right? But can he put it together for, 20 minutes a game, night in and night out, right? Look at Max Christie. It's very limited. What he's done is a very limited, right? We don't know what he looks like, in a big extended role where he's playing, 20 minutes on any given night and he's actually being incorporated into the offense and all that stuff. Like Max Christie's got good size, good length, good everything, right? But, he's playing 12 minutes a game and half the games of the year. And, even when we needed him badly, it's just like, like what are you going to getting, 3 field goal attempts per game? You got to actually utilize him. You got to actually seek him out. You actually got to put him in position and give him a role. Allow him to show what he's capable of. I mean, Max Christie is really our only legit 3-and-D player we have. Again, being 40% on catch shoot threes and then his ability to defend, 1 through 3. Gabe Vincent, we'll see if he can kind of get his 3-point percentage up. And then Dalton Knecht, right? Dalton Knecht's a guy that's looked at as, like, he should be able to come in and make an impact immediately. He's the guy that should be able to come in, and give you double-digit scoring off the bench from the jump, right? But can he defend, right? Like, if he's giving you 10 a game, that's great. But if he's giving up 15, you're going to lose, right? Like, now he's a liability. So, what does our 2 young guys look like? And then lastly, Rui and Gabe Vincent. Rui was excellent during the regular season, right? Can he continue that display? We need him to be better in the playoffs. I mean, the guy went from historically great regular season, or not historically, but career great in the regular season to unplayably bad in the playoffs. And then Gabe Vincent, we didn't get to see all year, right? Gabe Vincent, like, he's kind of a mystery. Like, what does he look like with this team on both sides of the basketball? But time will tell. Anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? You excited for this Lakers team? You excited for, do you think that they're underrated? Do you think people are really undervaluing the Lakers as a whole? Do you think, like, nah, people are slotting them properly? How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are. I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. We enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.